Yo, 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 what's up, B? So it's your boy B, and I am here to give you a different perspective when it comes to looking at spirituality and when it comes to looking at religion. So we're going to jump right into the video, you feel me? And so the first thing what we're going to be looking into is what is spirituality, okay? So I'm going to give you first the definition, the Google definition of what spirituality is. Spirituality involves the recognition of a feeling, sense, or belief that there is something greater than self. It can also be the quality of being concerned with the human spirit or soul opposed to material or physical things, okay? And so that is the Google definition of what spirituality is. And from that standpoint, I'm also give you what I feel like spirituality is. But first, let's just go ahead and continue what I'm saying right now. So my definition of spirituality is basically a being who is wanting to cultivate its spirit, who is trying to cultivate its inner knowledge, its inner awareness about what's going on within and around itself. You feel me? So that could be any person, any being, no matter the religion, no matter the background, no matter the ethnicity, no matter the race, no matter the age, no matter whatever. You are a being who's wanting to cultivate yourself, cultivate the inner awareness, cultivate the inner knowledge, that knowledge that you already embody, you already know. That's just a basic, simple form of what spirituality is. So then you have religion. A religion is a belief and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially a personal god or gods. This is Google definition. Or you can also use a particular system of faith and worship. So when you look at religion, most people want to tie religion separate from spirituality, and you have to ask yourself why. If you actually break down what spirituality is and what religion is, you'll understand that religion does not stand outside spirituality, but spirituality can stand outside religion. But entirely, spirituality is also your own personal religion itself. Stay with me. So a religion is a personal set or institutionalized system of religious attitudes, beliefs, practices, behaviors, morals, texts, worldviews, and ethics. Okay, different examples of religions could be Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, Taoism. You feel me? But you have to recognize that even if you're not under any of these religions that's already been established, already have their own set rules, set goals of how to connect with divine, how to connect with self, you are learning these set goals, these set rules, these set ethics, these set beliefs on your own. You feel me? So it's like you are making and creating and understanding what you follow. You're making and understanding what text that you're going to read, what morals that you go behind, because you'll find one spiritualist, and spiritualist is just a title for anyone who doesn't follow any other religion or doesn't have any other name for themselves. So if you're just a spiritual being, you can call yourself a spiritualist. Okay, so as a spiritualist, you'll have some beings who morals would say that they can hex people. They don't feel like there's anything wrong with them hexing people, with anything wrong with casting back the energy that's been sent back to them. Where there's certain spiritualists who will tell you they don't even never work with their left hand. They'll never put a hex or a spell on anyone. And that doesn't make any of them less or better than another. That just makes that what works for them, and what's for them is what's for them. It may not be for the next person, okay? It's like even when you leave one religion, you can fall into the trap of another. So a lot of beings, when they come into awareness, as they raise their vibration, as they weigh their consciousness, they come to a realization that the religion that they are in isn't really shaping and envisioning, embodying the beliefs and the views that they are wanting to portray. So they tend to want to start falling away from that belief. They want to fall away from certain traditions and things like that. And then you got to understand that traditions is a whole different thing as well. You can have traditions without having any type of religion behind it. So, tradition is just something that a person is or a family or beings have cultivated and continue doing over generations. So each religion has a piece of the same truth, you guys. All is energy. That's basically that they all really bring you to. Each religion is a piece and a step to bring you to the realization that everything comes from energy. Energy is the simplest form of everything. If you want to break this shit down in the simplest form is energy. So for you ones who like simple shit, the simplest form of all this shit is energy. So you don't even have to call yourself a spiritual being or a religious being. You just recognize that you are an energetic being. That's a truth. That's an absolute truth that everything is energy. And so that's where when people come in by speaking the truth versus speaking your beliefs. So the truth is everything is energy. The truth is that we have certain universal laws. But beliefs is the way how you portray those laws. Beliefs are the way how you perceive you should move on those laws. You feel me? Beliefs are the ways how you personally view how you should move depending on how the energies are flowing around you. Okay? And so, and stay with me now because I feel like I am all over the place with some of you guys, but from some of you guys, I feel like it's going to be just right for you because this is the type of way that I portray information. So this is how the way I'm going to do it, not changing me up for anyone. You either flow with me or you don't. Okay. So let me give you another different perspective. So separate energy and spirituality, as I was just saying a few minutes ago. Separate those terms. So you'll notice a lot of people who are spiritual, they will, when they speaking on energy, they'll just call it a spiritual thing. They'll like a spiritual problem. But in truly what they're trying to portray to you is that it's an energetic problem. They're not trying to say that everything has to, everything that lies under energy is a spiritual problem. But at the end of the day, everything that relies that responds with energy is a spirit problem. You feel me? The placeholder of the spirit. Spirituality is nothing but cultivating the spirit, not the physical vessel. But at the same time, a lot of beings want to remove the physical vessel from spirituality when that's not true at all. There's no definite line or separation between the physical and the spiritual or the energetic realm. Use that word better. The energetic realm. They coexist. They one the same. You feel me? They mold onto each other. So one really is not existing without the other in this reality, you know? So you can have a religion, right? You can have a religion and let's say you are a Christian, but you recognize there are certain things that within your religion that you don't agree with. That doesn't mean that you have to leave that religion. That means that you may be just in that position of power to make shifts and changes in your religion, to heal certain wounds that your religion created. And in the same way, when it comes to being spiritual, you're gonna have you'll discover that every practice or every belief is not something that you're gonna resonate with. So you're gonna come up with your own personal practices to follow, like things like. So when it comes to asking why religion or why spirituality, you're really gonna have to sit down and ask yourself: are you really someone who wants to follow someone else's guidelines of what they have cultivated and learned from spirit, or do you want to sit down and discover that for yourself? So for example, like I said, you got things like Hinduism, Buddhism, and Islam that already have certain teachings that they have already cultivated for eons that has most definitely got results in people's lives. But some people in this reality now will find that those things are no longer working for them, because what once worked for one time period may now no longer work in another time period. It doesn't mean it's not valuable, but it also means that it's time to evolve and shift information. That at one point in life, the truth may not be the same point of truth that is in this time period right now. So then you have spirituality when you'll have certain practices that you will cultivate. It's certain practices that will fall under religion and spirituality, like stuff like praying, stuff like meditating, stuff like mantra, stuff like yoga, that can fall under each category. You feel me? It's just really the big differences between spirituality and religion is spirituality is you. You are the compass. You are the navigator. You are the one driving the boat, versus being in a religion, you are the passenger on your boat. I don't want to say all religions, but in most religions, most worldwide religions, yes, you are most definitely learning from someone else. But and nothing wrong with learning from someone else. You're going to always be learning from someone. You're going to always be a teacher. You're going to always be a student. It's always a cycle dynamic. You feel me? But when it comes to spirituality, the main things that most people focus on when you're just a spiritual being is your relationships. They focus on how their relationships are affecting them and how their relationship with themselves is affecting others. They focus on their values. They focus on their life purpose. They focus on reflection, awareness. Reflection and awareness is the biggest things that you can have as a human. That's the most powerful gift you can have, is awareness, because you cannot shift anything. You cannot change anything. You cannot construct something new if you're not aware of what's already there. Okay, so that is my perspective, different perspective when it comes to spirituality and religion. Let me know in the comments if you have any other views, any other pinpoints, any other information that you want to add to what I add. I love reading and interacting with other people. I love seeing what everyone else views and their perspectives on different things in life. You know, we can all have different perspectives and still coexist. You don't have to have the same perspective to coexist. You don't have to understand somebody to accept them the same way that you can accept somebody without understanding them. And I think I just said the same thing twice. You don't have to understand someone to accept them, and you can accept someone to not. Yeah, basically facts. So sending all you guys much love, light, and much clarity. Thank you for allowing me to share my information at this time. Your boy B is out. Deuces.